Off of the island and into the man cave we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's the Sports View with the crew, with so far the dynamic duo. Bishop, what's going on, man?
I'm BDT, man. Everything's good. How about you?
I'm great.
Good, good. We've got a great show planned for you all. I guess I'm guest hosting.
Yes.
I don't know if I think I got dumped.
No,
from the
you
crew.
still got your spot.
I think I got dumped from the crew, so I'm guest hosting. Follow us on Twitter at WOKB 1680 Sports. Follow us on Instagram at WOKB 1680 Sports _view. We've got to change all of our handles once we go to FM. We got to change all of our handles. If you want to call in and get in, Greg Glenn Allgood will let you in. 407-894-1680, 407-894-1680. It's Friday. Friday. I know that you're glad that it's Friday. I don't know what national day it is. That's what Jarrell keeps up with. I don't know. I know it's Friday Night Lights. We've got a lot of high school football going on around the Central Florida area, and so we're looking forward to that. We're headed actually to Daytona on today because Seminole plays Mainland tonight, and so we're headed. And after being a pastor and bishop in Daytona Beach for 31 years, I will go and be on the visitor side at a Mainland football game on tonight because go Noles. Go Noles. And so excited about our son playing. We had FPC on last week. He had Preston had 7 total tackles, 4 tackles for loss on last week. And so looking forward to a good game. But what you got planned for the weekend?
Man, I'm just going to hang out. I think I may be going over to do some music and call the game.
Greg Glenn Allgood on both video and audio.
Wait a minute. No. This dude trying to do a lot.
This dude put himself on hold. I know. What kind of dude? Yeah, you're doing too much when you put yourself on hold.
I know. Listen, but I may be out with Pastor Alan Baldwin, who has created a heck of a league up in Seminole County. And I may be doing like the play-by-play and playing music for him with All Good Entertainment, bro.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that.
This dude put himself on hold and he is frozen on StreamYard.
Oh God. Okay. No.
But listen, let's get to our top stories on today. Of course, we've got NFL football. Panthers defeat the Texans on last night. But had a couple of losses that we'll talk about. The Browns expect OBJ to play, so we'll look at that. Got some NFL news that I can't wait. I wish Jarrell was here because I think it is utterly ridiculous. But of course, the NFL is America's game and it keeps expanding. So we've got some expansion to talk about with the NFL, as well as we've got some big football. And a major. I know y'all don't care, but we got as a sports show, we got to talk about the Yankees Red Sox series that goes on this weekend, and it's really for playoffs. It's really for playoffs. I almost felt like the great Glenn Allgood. I know you're frozen on StreamYard, but are you still there on air?
I am here.
Okay. I almost got your disease.
What is that?
week. I had to catch myself, and I'm like, I rebuke Glenn Allgood philosophy in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. You know it's serious when they put the Nazareth on there, but because I've been so frustrated with the Yankees this year, and we'll talk about it when we get. But I've been so frustrated with the Yankees. I almost said, I don't even want us to go to playoffs. I don't even want us to go to playoffs. And I remember when you did not want your Miami Heat to go to the playoffs, and then I had to shake myself. I was like the prodigal son. And when he came to himself, he realized that he wanted his team to go to the playoffs. But let's start with last night's Let's start with last night's football game. The Carolina Panthers, the now 3-0 Carolina Panthers, whipped, whatever you want to call it, the Houston Texans 24-9. Of course, the Houston Texans were starting what's really their third string quarterback, because, Deshaun Watson is handling his legal issues. Tyrod Taylor can't catch a break, went down with an injury. And Sam Darnold led the Carolina Panthers to a victory on last night. I did not watch the game. I was very busy doing the Lord's work on last night, but Darnold was 23.
Man, that was really preachery, Bishop.
I know, the Lord's work.
Yeah.
Lord, I think I'm still in that mode, Glenn, because I had to pre-record a sermon early this morning. And so at 6:30 this morning, I was in my office preaching my little heart out. So I'm still in it. But last night, Sam Darnold was 23 of 34 for 304 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. I don't know how you throw for 334, but he did run 2 touchdowns on last night.
Right. Yeah.
And Mills, for the Texans, we don't know who he is. Who is you? Was 19 of 28 for $168 and a touchdown. Did you watch the game on last night? And what did you think of our, I think it was, what coach said, was it Mike Ditka who said you are what your record says you are? It was,
I don't know.
I forget, but are the Panthers a 3-0 team?
They are not. They are not. They are not a 3-0 team. And I'm trying to be better, but and I won't use is worse than superlative?
Worse?
What would you call worse? What type of word? What type of grammar? Come on, Bishop.
Yeah, it is a descriptive superlative.
There you go. I knew you would know. They're the worst 3-0 team that I've ever seen. Well, the least impressive.
Okay, least.
Can I put it like that?
Okay.
So it was bad last night. Watching both of these quarterbacks, it was Mills Davis, who's in for because Deshaun is out for the year. They're not that
man's name is not Mills Davis.
What is it? It's Davis Mills.
It's Davis Mills.
Davis Mills. Davis Mills. All right. So Davis Mills comes in, and the one touchdown that he threw was a nice throw. And
I mean, he's an NFL quarterback, so you expect him. He's out of Stanford. Listen, if you make it to a professional league, you can play.
No.
Okay, so
No, for the first part of this game, it was rough watching two poor quarterbacks. Sam Darnold, and when the Panthers picked Sam Darnold up, they were, this guy has an upside. There you go, Bishop.
And he looks good.
He was okay around about the third quarter. The first half, he stunk. The first half, he stunk. The first half, quarterback play stunk in this football game.
Okay.
So
I didn't see it, so I can't argue.
Right. You asked me if I watched it. It was 7-6 going into the half, and the quarterback play just wasn't there. And then Sam Darnold got hot in the third quarter. Through the fourth quarter, Sam Darnold with his legs, because he ran too a lot when he was at USC. He's
So
still,
let me ask you this question. So
yeah.
how many quarters is in a football game?
What are you doing? There's
How,
4.
there are 4 quarters in a football game,
There's
right?
4. Yeah.
So if I only get hot in the 3rd quarter, how did I have a bad game?
He was all right. You gotta start strong and finish strong. Bishop, you know. You know
No,
what I'm
you
saying? In
don't.
this league, yes, you
No,
do.
you don't.
Yes, you do. You asked me if
Tom Brady can
about
have a slow start, come through in the second half, and you'll say that's why he's the greatest living American, because he comes through
Tom
when
Brady
it's time. Anybody that you like can be horrible for 3 quarters and great in the
That's
4th
right.
quarter.
They earn that.
And you'll call them a closer.
LeBron.
We are talking. Listen, I don't know what kind of rules y'all have on Sports View anymore, because and so I'm just a guest host. But when we're talking football,
not showing up. Yeah, go.
We're talking not showing up.
Yeah.
So when we're talking football, there is
Stay
no
on
reason.
football.
There's no reason to bring up LeBron James when we are talking football.
He's the greatest of all time.
No, but anyway, so 24-9, McCaffrey goes down with a hamstring issue. He remember when he was little?
Yeah,
and then
I do.
He's not up. Can his body handle all of these muscles?
Troy Aikman and Buck were calling the game, man. Is it Joe Buck?
Joe Buck.
They called the game last night, and they made reference to McCaffrey's size. They said he's short, but he's thick. And I looked at, I didn't remember him being thick. Man, he's like a ball of muscle, like Jarrell.
Over the last 3 years or so.
And there was one play where he was fighting for extra yardage, and as he was fighting, I was wondering, had he learned as a running back, Bishop, to get down?
Okay.
That's one of the coaches. One of the things, the first thing, I was a running back. They teach you how to get down. You can't be a hero. Don't be a hero on every play. And so I saw his legs driving and pumping, and I thought about all the injuries that he had gone through. Mm-hmm. And lo and behold, the next play, he was out with a hamstring injury.
Wow. Also, and we don't know, especially with the running back, we don't know how that's going to fare. But they also lost their prize defensive back, their high draft choice rookie, Horn, that's his name. And I think that's Joe Horn's son.
Is it?
He broke his foot.
Did you see how he did it?
I saw the replay.
It was like a one-car accident.
Yeah. No, and
Freaky.
So no contact, nothing. And so he's probably out for the season. McCaffrey out last year, out the year before. And I'm just wondering, some people's body, and because he wasn't that big at Stanford.
When he was walking away, his thighs were screaming PED, 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 PED.
The great Glenn Allgood does not believe that people can put in the work and do it cleanly.
Did you see his gun? Did you see his gun?
He's always suspicious.
PED, PED, PED.
Glenn.
All right.
Glenn. But I don't know. I'll give you this. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use some.
You saw it too. Everybody saw it.
No, I just give people the benefit of the doubt that they're clean.
He's huge.
Okay.
He wasn't huge before. He takes a sip of water.
See, every public speaker has to have, and the commentator has to have their techniques. So if I sip some water, I can't say anything I shouldn't say. So that's my way That's my way of swallowing some words that I wanted to say.
All right. For some reason or another, you might. Okay.
Also in the NFL, the Browns expect OBJ to play after coming off from this ACL. He says we'll see, but sources say that they expect him to play, especially and they need him, especially with Jarvis Landry going on injured reserve for the next 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear your thoughts because I know you have strong feelings about whether or not OBJ intimidates Mr. Commercial Man. And so, what are your thoughts? Does this make the Browns better? Is Baker Mayfield going to be able to handle OBJ in the huddle? OBJ says he just wants to win. What's your thoughts?
OBJ is a larger than life player right now in the NFL, and he's got to produce because he has been injury prone. He's got to produce. And when last week when Jarvis went down, I was like, man, will they ever play together?
Mm-hmm.
Usually when Jarvis is on, so it's been what 2.5, maybe 3 years for Baker, and
yeah, he's going into this is his 3rd year,
right? By now, Bishop, they should have developed some chemistry.
No, OBJ hasn't been on the field.
That's all right. He's a Brown.
How do you develop chemistry and you're not on the field?
Practices.
He's not
come over to the house. Come over to the house. Let's have barbecue, some hot dogs.
Injury. He's not been
come practicing. Over. Let's do some timing. Let's do some walkthroughs.
As an high school football player,
right?
Does a walkthrough give you timing with your quarter?
It does not, but it's there. But you were addressing. You asked, could Baker, Mr. TV man, and by the way, he's a great TV man. I told you guys he would be, and I told y'all that the Heisman Trophy winner from Oklahoma would be a great quarterback, and he's turning out to be.
He's not a great quarterback.
He's turning out to be a great quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
That you said I was. What did you say earlier? I was very preachery. You are being very churchy right now.
How's that?
Because the church people like to throw around the word great. That was a great service. No, it wasn't. The dance ministry did a great job. No, they didn't. They didn't even move their feet. It was faces and hands. Dancing requires you to move your feet. They did not do a great job.
You and Angie are the same people. They just moving their hands.
That's not dance.
Leave those people alone.
And so OBJ right now, OBJ coming back. This guy, Baker Mayfield, is a serviceable quarterback right now.
Yeah.
He's not a great quarterback.
He's great. He's making plays. Baker Mayfield makes plays.
Joseph Walker, pastor of Mount Zion Church in Nashville, and presiding bishop of Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship, said something today, and I normally don't, and it just ran across. And what you just said, he's making plays, so he's great. No, Walker said today, he tweeted this: "Don't get too excited about them jumping higher without checking to see if someone lowered the fence." And we have lowered the fence on great quarterback play. He is not great. He is serviceable. He's good. I'll give him good. He's not great. Everybody can't be great.
I'm not going to say anything against the man of God. I won't say, how do you lower? You can't use that analogy. You can't use that. Nobody lowered the standards for Baker Mayfield.
Here is why he's great, because you have lowered the fence. I'll tell you this. I'll put it this way, and then we got to move on.
All right.
If Baker Mayfield is great, Glenn, all good, and you really are great. But if Baker Mayfield is great, then you must agree that number one in the Dolphin uniform is really good. If Baker, there is not that much different. The only thing that Baker Mayfield has on Tua is that he has taken his team to the playoffs. If Baker is great, then Tua is really good. And there is no bone, sinew, or marrow. That's Ezekiel 37. There is no bone, sinew, or marrow that would allow you to say that Tua in your mind is really good.
Not at all.
There's nothing
Not
in
at all.
you.
No.
So if Tua is not really good, then Baker can't be
How are
great.
you making? How are you coming up with this?
Because you've lowered the fence.
No.
Okay, so is Baker Mayfield right now playing better than Derek Carr?
About the same.
Oh God,
Derek Carr, and nobody. And this is the thing. Poor Derek Carr gets no respect. I get no respect. Derek Carr gets no respect. He's the most devout Christian. He's the nice guy that's finishing. Football? I don't know, because he's a brother. So
what does that have to do? Kirk Cousins is a Christian too, and I want him on the first thing smoking out of Minnesota. Has nothing to do with football.
How did y'all lose?
Don't even talk about it. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about
Bishop's team is Minnesota, by the way.
Don't talk about it. Listen, while we stay with football,
all right.
There is, man, these people are just greedy. They are greedy. NFL reveals new playoff format with Monday night game.
Wow.
The league announced on Friday morning, this morning, that it is adding a Monday night game to the first round docket.
That's beautiful.
Super Wild Card Weekend is now
3 days,
January 15th through the 17th.
Oh my God!
So on.
Do you understand? This is why this is the NFL.
On Martin,
Bishop is an NBA guy.
So on Martin Luther King weekend,
why do you bring Martin Luther King in it?
Luther King weekend. Or as the lady said on TV, on Martin Luther the King.
That's right.
Weekend, you all are going to play a Monday night football.
That's right. 3 games.
Okay, so Glenn,
dedicate the Monday night game to the King.
Glenn,
it's a stroke of genius. And NBA jokers like y'all don't like this kind of stuff.
We have NBA games on King holiday, but they're in the afternoon. They're in the afternoon.
Yeah,
so once again, the NFL is trying to move in on NBA territory.
Right. Dude, can you imagine? But just as a sports enthusiast, Bishop, this is beautiful. You know it. Let us get a piece of the pie. We want to watch NFL. It's the right thing to do. It's the natural thing to do. Football on a Monday, a playoff game on a Monday is going to blow up.
It is. So let me ask you a question.
Go.
It's Sunday evening, January 16th. And the church calls and says, we're going to do a special King service on Monday night. And we need you to run sound. Harold's not available.
I know, right?
We need you to run sound on January 17th at 8 o'clock.
I'm in there watching it on my phone. Pastors watching it too. And pushing the service to the last amen. Everybody's out the door to the benediction. Bishop, have you ever pushed through to the benediction? Tell the truth.
Have I ever what?
Have you ever purposely pushed through to the benediction because you wanted to go watch a game?
Well, here's what we used to do.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I'll tell the truth. The answer is, of course. No, the answer is not, of course. The answer is, I didn't stay for the benediction. I didn't stay.
How can you not stay for the benediction?
Here's what used to happen. Back when the Magic were really good, the Magic Laker game was always on a Sunday. It was a Sunday game.
Yeah.
And
used to be good too.
And so my people knew that once he finishes preaching, he's gone. And so somebody else has got to do the invitation. Somebody else has got to do the benediction. And parking ministry knew, keep the path clean because he's gone.
He's out. Okay, so they allowed for you to take off.
I gave the word. I gave the word. I gotta go. I gave the word. All in on this super wild card weekend.
Don't you see it? 407 89460. Don't you see it?
It's gonna make so much money.
It makes all the sense in the world.
I think it's intrusive, and I just think the NFL is trying to just take over. I mean, they already have.
It's a beautiful thing.
They already have that used to belong to God.
That's right.
Speaking of NFL expansion, it looks like that one of the next NFL owners is going to be none other than Jeff Bezos.
No.
That Jeff Bezos is, as they say, one of my favorite shows. I mean, I'm glad it's been on hiatus. It just came back. Is Billions on Showtime.
Okay.
Billions. And so they quoted Billions and said, he's coming. He's coming. And it's either, we know the Broncos are up for sale. So it's either the Broncos or here's the greedy NFL. They're hoping that they can get him to invest money so that they can finally have a team in London. They're hoping he's going to be the London owner. Why do we need, you know, they send the Jaguars over there every year.
They do.
And so places the NFL wants a team, London and Mexico. So your thoughts on Bezos first, Amazon coming to the NFL.
I know, right?
On the London expansion. What's your view?
My view is that Jeff Bezos, they can't wait to have the other NFL. Are you kidding me?
I don't know.
They can't wait
because they're all old crotchety men, and Jeff Bezos would.
He's got more money than them.
He has more money.
Yeah.
Gun. So
I know.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the guy at the Giants who doesn't like the celebration? And can you imagine, Mr. How about them Cowboys moving over for
another influential owner? And right now he's the king of the owners, if you will. But no, Jeff Bezos, it's a no-brainer. It's a duh. Yeah, Jeff Bezos, he'll make football even better.
What about the London?
No.
Logistics.
And for some of our other, when you said London, all I could remember was the European League of American Football and the the Frankfurt Galaxy. Remember the Frankfurt? That was horrible. It's horrible.
I don't remember.
Horrible. No, it's not great.
Let's take a quick break. 1 minute. We'll take a 1 minute break, and then on the other side of the break, we've got What's Your View. We're going to preview the college matchups. We're also going to preview the NFL matchups, and then of course we'll have the Magic View. And I'm so frustrated when it comes to that. So I'm taking 45 seconds to get myself prayed up.
Sports View with the Crew is a presentation and production of WOKB 1680 AM Sports. Follow us on Twitter. We'll be right back.
October 2nd, Miramar Regional Park. Visit YBME.com. Registration is $20. Go to the Bonneville Foundation, 501c3 organization. That's the sports annual bill. Park, please. Visit YBME.org. Register now.
And
Wow.
we are back. Yeah.
Welcome back to Sports View with the Crew. I'm BDT.
I'm Glenn Allgood.
Listen, it's time for What's Your View? We've got college football games coming up this weekend and just a couple games. This is kind of that week where, you're not playing the heaviest schedule, but we've got a couple games of people in the top 25 who are playing each other. The Texas A&M Arkansas game. Texas A&M number 7, Arkansas number 16. Arkansas, some big boys. They look really, really good.
They're surprising. They surprised me. I watched them. I watched that game. I don't usually watch Arkansas, but yeah, they look real good.
They look surprising. The Florida Gators, we have Tennessee coming to the Swamp Saturday at 7 o'clock. I have to admit, Josh Heupel has Tennessee playing well. They look much better than when Jeremy Pruitt was there, but they got to get this beat down on Saturday.
Okay, and the lean years with the Volunteers, y'all owned them.
Well, we own them.
Are you feeling? There
hasn't been a rivalry really with Tennessee.
No, because y'all was beating them down.
Lean years for Tennessee have been kind of like 15 years.
Yeah, after Johnny Majors.
It's a long time since Peyton Manning was wearing number 16.
Yeah,
and it's a long time since what is the quarterback that is? We beat them too, though, but they were pretty good. The quarterback that's the third string quarterback at the Steelers. I can't really. Josh. He has alopecia. He's They has years then. But
so are you afraid a little bit?
I'm not afraid. I think the game is going to be. I'm never afraid when people come to the Swamp.
Is this not a trap game for you all?
It would have been a trap game if we had have beaten Alabama last week like we were supposed to. We should have won the game. We should have won the game.
Let me ask you this. Bishop is a Gator fan. His 2 kids and his money have gone to the Gainesville in great numbers. So, but listen, so you guys are still on somewhat of a high because it was a moral victory of sorts.
No moral victory.
Yes.
There
Yes.
are no moral victories in the
Yes,
swamp.
this was a
Only moral
positive. It was a
victory-
positive loss.
No, the only moral victory, there are no moral victories. Basically, all we got to do was find out who we really could be. We were supposed to win the game. We missed
I
an extra
agree. Hmm. I
um
agree.
and the early on, I think we're going to have to change our scheduling because the announcers even said we had 2 cupcakes, prior to this Alabama game. And
Yeah. And
so the announcer said first half, Florida had to get used to the speed of the game because you're playing South Florida and all of these other people. And so if we had had a tougher challenge before this Alabama game, we would have played better in the first half and we would have won the game.
I think
So
so.
I think the Tennessee game is going to be a good game, but I think we'll come out with the win. Now, I'm hesitant, but we got to deal with the Florida teams. I'm hesitant.
Let's go. We got to deal with them
Because of my love and affinity for the wonderful, beautiful Angie.
That's my Seminole fan.
But they 0-3. They're 0-3, which makes me happy.
0-3.
Makes me
They're
happy.
0-3. And I got to say this publicly that Jarrell called it. Jarrell called it last Friday, I think it was. He said they're 0-2 right now, and they're playing Appalachian State, and they'll be 0-3 after this week. Was it Appalachian State? Who was it? Jacksonville State.
Jacksonville State.
Jacksonville State. He said they'll be 0-3 after this week, and lo and behold, Jacksonville State went toe-to-toe with Florida State, bro.
And then won on the last second and planted their flag.
Right.
And you planted their flag.
So
now, let me ask this question and then we'll move on. Should Coach Prime be the next Florida State coach?
No, because
and you're saying no for all the wrong reasons.
No.
Why do you say no?
I like Coach Prime, and I'm saying no so that he won't besmirch his image, because this would be a setup for failure. Right now, at this point in time, Florida State is not getting the athletes that it needs to be the Florida State of all.
He could recruit in Florida?
He could, of course, from Fort Myers. This is prime.
Okay.
Prime time.
Would
Prime
your
time.
other half want Coach Prime to be the coach of the Florida State?
Yeah.
She would?
She's all the way Florida State. Yeah. Okay. She's all the way Florida State. Mike Novell, come on. He doesn't even look like a Florida State coach. Come on, Bishop. At least Taggart looked like a Florida State coach.
I don't.
Kind of, sort of.
I just pay attention to if y'all lose. Other than that, I don't pay attention.
You pay attention because it's a Florida team.
No, I
don't.
Really
y'all Gators. Y'all.
No, I really don't. The UCF lost in heartbreaking fashion last week. Heartbreaking fashion, and so hopefully they will bounce back.
I like UCF. I like the kid. I like Gabriel.
He's hurt.
I know he's
broken
hurt.
Collarbone on that last play.
Yeah. Broke his. They called it a clavicle. Broken clavicle. So
in the hood we call it a collarbone.
The collarbone.
It's just like when they say, he has a fractured fibula, we say he broke his leg. He broke his leg. Listen, let's move to NFL.
You didn't talk about Miami.
What's there to talk about?
Oh my God! I set up. You set me up. You set me up. That was sweet, dude. Dude. So I don't know what we got to do.
Talk about the Canes.
Canes fans come together. Listen, Manny has got to get these. We do not do well against Big Ten teams. Bishop, Michigan State came into the Hard Rock and pushed us around.
Right.
And kicked us in the mouth.
I think, and I know it's big money. I know it's big money. And there's just something about college teams who have to play
in pro stadiums.
In their pro stadiums.
Yep.
You don't get.
They don't feel. Yeah.
It. It just ever since I think it was Joe Robbie. I think it was Joe Robbie when they first moved there, and when they got out of the Orange Bowl, it just.
Oh my God! When we left the Orange Bowl, it was gone because the Orange Bowl, the Canes grew up in the Orange Bowl.
Right.
They grew up in the Orange Bowl, and they thought that they would have an on-campus stadium.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess Joe Robbie, pro player, which is now Hard Rock, gave him a deal that was really sweet, and the venue was really, really nice.
It is, but it swallows them.
Yes.
And then you got all the Dolphin paraphernalia and this and that. You never really have a home team, a home field advantage. I just think that, I was about to go way back.
Manny Diaz has got to get our kids better at these big games. We've got to be prepared. We can't lose to a big team, big slow. We're the Canes, bro. What happened to the speed?
Right. Because Miami is known for size combined with speed. That is true. That is true. Listen,
hopefully we'll rebound this week.
I don't, but who's your backup quarterback? Because I don't think Derek King is playing.
He's not. And I'm okay with that.
You're gonna be you don't like Derek King?
No.
You loved him last year.
I did not.
Folks.
And y'all's guy at the Gators, guy at the helm of the Gators is like Derek King. Soon as he messes up, they're gonna yank him.
No.
And they'll put a Tim Tebow in.
No, one of the good things. No, because there's a black quarterback behind him.
Just like they yanked.
No, there's a black quarterback behind him.
Just like they yanked Charlie.
There is a black quarterback behind him.
Okay.
So you got to understand. And folks, at 10:44 a.m. on September the 24th, in the year of our Lord 2021, the great Glenn Allgood does not like certain teams having a black quarterback. He just
that's not true.
And it's not necessarily self-hate or racism, but when you've had a string, see, he's trying to figure out. You go from Jim Kelly, Vinny Testaverde.
Come on, bro.
And then you go to what's the guy that went with
Gino Torretta.
But there was one who was after Torretta. Went to Dallas and he was the backup for Troy Aikman. And so you have this string of quarterbacks, and then and so he wants. The great Glenn Allgood does not want a 6'2", 6'3" dual threat quarterback with dreads. He wants a 6'4", 6'5" drop back quarterback
in the pocket, sees the field really good. Yeah, distributes the football. Come on. Let's take the offensive
struggling.
Methodically, we're going to move the football down the field. We'll score every time.
The game has changed.
Every time. Methodically down the field.
You don't even have that in the NFL anymore. The game has changed. It's all about the dual threat quarterback. But Glenn struggles, and he didn't want to say it, but he struggles with Emory Jones being our quarterback, especially with with his dread sticking out
Hanging
as
out
the
of his helmet.
quarterback.
Oh my God.
I
They're gonna
know
get it.
no.
They're gonna get it.
No, Emory Jones can run. Emory Jones can throw. And the backup is 6'4", runs a 4.4, can sling the ball down, and he's the first quarterback since Tim Tebow to wear the number 15.
Where the number 50? I saw that.
Anthony Richardson, AR-15 is a beast. So
the guy that I was referring to that got yanked was Chris Lee. Chris Lee.
Lee.
After y'all did Chris Lee so wrong.
That
Y'all
is
did
true.
Chris Lee after he took y'all to a champion. Y'all did him so wrong.
He took the ball 90 yards and Tebow took him the last 10. That's what Urban Meyer did. It was wrong, but it
hurt his psyche, and he was never the same Chris Leak again.
Possibly,
because he could have been a great backup quarterback in the NFL. He's
very small. Matter of fact, I saw him last year at a camp in Polk County that that Preston was in. I'm 6'1". I'm 6'1".
Right.
And I looked down on the top of his head.
No. He was smart though, Bishop. He got over. He could pick his throwing lanes. A la Charlie Ward.
He threw a pretty ball, but But we won national championship.
Y'all yanked him for Tebow. Okay, go.
Let's go this view real quick. What's your view? Washington football team, Buffalo Bills. What's your view?
Give me Buffalo. They really laid it on us.
Bears, Browns, Justin Fields starting. What's your view?
Justin Fields is going up against a great defense.
Yeah.
And they cannot wait to jump down on that young man.
Myles Garrett on one end, Jadeveon Clowney on the other end.
They're coming.
Chicago, we need to talk to Jay Smooth or somebody. Chicago, Chris Shaw. Chicago is a terrible, terrible franchise right now because if you're really trying to save your quarterback, and that's the reason he didn't start, is you're trying to save him and get him ready. He wasn't ready. Then why don't you start Super Bowl champion Nick Foles? He's right there. So if he's not ready, you start Nick Foles rather than throwing him in there to get killed against Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney.
They want to take advantage of the buzz that's surrounding this kid.
Here is what I believe Matt Nagy is doing. I believe that they threw him in there. Matt Nagy is in a no-lose situation. I believe he threw him in there to get killed so that the buzz can stop. You don't talk.
No.
Let me finish.
How can you?
That he threw him in there to get killed so that he can assuage the fans and say, I told y'all he wasn't ready. But if Fields goes in and plays well, then see, I made the right choice. I put him in.
Wow.
He's in a no-lose situation. But because he came out yesterday and said,
what did he say?
As soon as he's healthy, Andy Dalton is our QB1.
He's a starter. Yeah, I saw that. Nagy said that. Nagy
is risking the franchise quarterback by throwing him out there to the wolves.
Giving the people, you're saying he's giving the people what they want.
So that he can prove himself right.
Okay.
Yeah. So
all right.
Ravens Lions.
Did
you see Lamar? I know you don't like running throwing quarterbacks, but Lamar was special in the second half.
He did not have to somersault into the end zone.
That's true.
He did not have to somersault.
Was he special or not last week?
Lamar Jackson is a special talent out of Miami-Dade County. This dude is great.
Was he a special talent on last week, or was he a special quarterback?
He was a special quarterback with a special talent. How about that? How about that?
Got it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I will take it. You on at 10:51 a.m.
I love my people.
At 10:51 a.m. with 4 minutes left in the show, finally
We don't use the term
3
black
years,
quarterback anymore,
but
Bishop.
finally,
We don't
after
use that
3
term anymore.
Good. But finally, after 3 years, Glenn Allgood called Lamar Jackson a quarterback.
I said he was a quarterback.
You called him an athlete for years.
I did. and when he puts together games like he put together last week, he's got to stay there.
He throws some pretty balls.
He throws some nice passes.
He throws some.
When he's on, bro.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Coach Titans, what's your view?
Give me the Colts. 'Cause I don't know what's going on with Wentz over there. He didn't look.
Can you imagine this?
He didn't look comfortable, Bishop.
Glenn, as you're an athlete, can you imagine?
Yeah.
He has 2 sprained ankles.
2 of all. Yes, the left and the right.
Can you imagine both of your ankles being sprained?
Yeah, and Bishop, it would behoove you to play on both of them. So,
he needs to show some moxie.
Yeah,
he needs to show some moxie.
Yeah.
Chargers, Chiefs, who you got? What's your view?
Give me the Chiefs all day. Patrick Mahomes is just an incredible young man. He makes great commercials too.
You're going against
They're dubbing his voice.
The one that you wish you had. You're going against the young gun at the Chargers. The one wish you had.
Justin Herbert. If you were from Louisiana, they say Airbear.
Bobby Hebert was a beast in the USFL.
Bobby Hebert was great, bro. You remember him? So he was fearless too. But in this matchup, bro, you can never take any Mahomes to Hill. Mahomes to Hill. Mahomes to Hill.
Mahomes to Kelsey.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He's got too many weapons.
Saints, Patriots. What's your view? We gotta go.
Give me Jameis all day long.
Falcons, Giants. That's a terrible game. What's your view?
It's horrible. Give me the Giants. Daniel Smith.
Daniel Jones. Glenn's like, one of them white boy names.
Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones can play too.
No, he can't. Bengals. No, he can't. Bengals, Steelers. What's your view?
Oh my God, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow is coming. He's coming.
Joe Burrow is coming. Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals are coming to dethrone the Steelers in that AFC North. Watch what I tell you.
Joe Burrow is cocky.
He's bad.
He's cocky. That dude.
You know how Michael says the girl was dangerous. The girl was bad. He's bad.
Jaguars, Cardinals.
Oh my God. Come on. Cardinals all day.
You can't catch Kyler Murray.
No.
Jets, Broncos. Teddy is 2-0.
Teddy is 2-0, and he'll be 3-0. The Jets stink.
Uh-oh. Dolphins, Raiders with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback.
Listen, Dolphins, Raiders, we're going into that brand new stadium, and we're taking home a win. Jacoby Brissett is going to find some way to win. Watch what I tell you.
That's a pretty stadium, too. Rams, Bucks.
That's the game of the week, bro.
What's your view?
Brady. Thomas Edward O'Shaughnessy Brady.
So you and what happens if while he's on the ground he's on the ground after Aaron Donald puts him in the ground and then calls him? That would be cold to sack him, put him in the ground, and then call him all 3 of his names. See, I would do something like that. I need prayer. Seahawks, Vikings.
Seahawks, Russell and Sierra.
Packers, 49ers.
Give me. I'm going with Jimmy G. Give me the Prince of the Bay.
And Monday night, Eagles, Cowboys.
See how that rolls off your tongue?
What?
Monday night. Monday Night Football. See,
this dude is so good at what he
how it
does.
rolls off.
I knew he was. As soon as I got to the Monday night game, I knew he was going to go back to that wild card weekend.
That's going to be beautiful, Bishop. Eagles.
What's your view?
And give me Dallas, man. I'm rolling with the Star.
That almost made me throw up. That almost made me throw up. Listen, real quick, a 30-second Magic view. Of course, training camps are opening, but my question is, and I need Chris Cuff here, and let's be in prayer. I'm playing, but let's be in prayer for Chris Cuff. He's not on the show today. He texted and said his whole system crashed.
Oh my God.
That's real prayer necessary.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
His whole system crashed. But why is J. Cole practicing with the Magic?
Why do you? Because they need him. Y'all need
we don't
him.
Need J. Cole.
Y'all need juice. Because y'all need juice.
Lasted 3 games in some low budget European league.
Because y'all need J. Cole's juice.
We out of here. We are out of here. We are a professional basketball team getting ready to start the season. J. Cole should not be in our facilities.
J. Cole has juice. The Magic needs some juice. They need some swag, baby.
Take us out of here.
Take
us out of here. Take us out of here.
Join us next time. And same bat time, same bat channel inside of the Man Cave. I'm Glenn Allgood.
I'm BDT.
See ya.